just going to go ahead and hit it. Hello and welcome to Retrobot, the YouTube channel where we feed a friendly space robot a diet of pure nostalgia. Tonight's going to be a great night because we are going to be talking about the one, the only, oh wait, it's not really, there really isn't one, the several, well, wait a minute, how does that work? Because they're not only, so the several, the awesome, ooh, some of them were less awesome. Okay, we're talking about Voltron. The good, the bad, and the, So, we got a whole table full of Voltron here, and this is just a small smattering of just kind of a sampling of the massive Voltron-ness that exists in the universe, which there has to be, because Voltron is defender of the universe. So, it would be really hard to defend the entire universe if there were only one. So, you know, there kind of have to be a lot. There's room for many Voltrons. And when you look at the history of Voltron, you find out that lots of things can be Voltron. Lots of things. I mean, it's not... I know what everybody thinks of when you think of Voltron. It's 5 lions, and they come together, and they make this awesome robot with Peter Cullen...
Ready to form Voltron! Activate interlock. Dynatherms connected. Infracells up. Mega thrusters are go. Go Voltron force.
That's what we think of when we think of Voltron. But, of course, there was Vehicle Voltron. There was actually Gladiator Voltron. And then there was, like, later on there was Stealth Voltron and other Voltron, Poppy Voltron, and you know, there have been a lot of Voltrons, and apparently the only thing that you really need in order to be considered Voltron, at least in 1984, was you needed to be a Japanese cartoon or a Japanese toy line with a combining robot, because that's what Matchbox did when they imported Voltron. They just got 3 different shows, and then when they discovered that the Lion Voltron was way, way, way more popular, they didn't even bother with the Gladiator version. But we'll get into that. First, let's go ahead and let's welcome some people here. I need to make my drink. So I've got my Black Lion here. Imagine that this is black. I know it's yellow, but we've got my Black Lion, and okay, are you ready? Is the volume up? Because this is important. Okay, we're gonna form Voltron. Here we go.
Feet and legs.
There we go. Form feet and legs. Wow, you know what? I might not have wanted to put that much enhancement in my drink.
Form, arms, and body.
Okay, we got these. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. I might need a little bit more Lion Voltron. So, okay, there we go.
And I'll form the head.
So there we go. We've got the Voltron. And now, let me, first, a double toast to Al Stinson, who joined us earlier in the chat, and he's tired, and he had, so here's a double toast to Al Stinson. Oh, that's good. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is going to screw me up. So, also, a toast to Kyoji. A toast to Joy. A toast to Mason Fur! Hello, Mason Fur, I see that you're here! A toast to oh shoot, I missed your. I got your screen name and then I'm not used to using it. Samote Lion. Did I say that right? Samote Lion. A toast to Samote Lion. A toast to Collini. A double toast to Collini. Collini, you're special. Everybody's special, but, you know, Collini's special. So, did I miss anyone? Yes. Oh, Tie Guy! A toast to Tie Guy! I can't believe I forgot Tie Guy. And I got Kyoji, but you know what? Kyoji deserves a second toast. And, and of course, you know what? The biggest toast, I have to save the biggest toast for Coasterbrony for sending us a complete Lion Voltron. Coasterbrony, you made this live stream possible because we just weren't going to do it with an incomplete Lion Voltron. So thank you, Coasterbrony. You are awesome. Oh yeah, there is an awful lot of happy in that. And you know, I kind of felt like it was going to be too boozy for my taste buds, but amazingly enough, it's not, which is bad news. So we should also talk about tonight's secret word. Woo! When you hear the leg. Oh no! I said leg. And we got a little bit more Black Lion in there. That's good. That'll help this last longer. Then we hail hydrate. Actually, that dehydrates you really. So yes, that is at least for now. This is the Voltron. If we can figure out how to do one that layers, that would be really, really awesome. We're not that skilled yet, but we'll work on it. So, yeah, the year was 1982 when I believe that it was somebody from Matchbox saw some Japanese cartoons and was like, whoa, combining robots, I want those. And then the plan was to import 3 different series that featured these combining robots and do some dubbing and a little bit of mixing and stuff and turn it into one show that in 3 parts. And then the plan was to have Voltron 1, which was the name given to Vehicle Voltron, Voltron 2, which was the name given to Gladiator Voltron, and Voltron 3, which, strangely enough, that was the first one that we really got exposed to. I feel like the numbers were assigned before they figured out what they were going to do with the shows. And so they imported those, and that is the Lion. And so that was 1982, and then the show started in 1983, and this was not the first ever. Well, let's see. Am I getting stuff confused with last night's live stream? Yes, I am. Yes. I was looking at the. Well, I look back and forth at you when I'm talking to you because I love you and you're beautiful. No, I'm not talking to Retrobot. I'm talking to Monica. Retrobot is beautiful too, but you know, I mean, I'm not married to Retrobot, so yeah, I'm getting my history a little bit mixed up, but nonetheless, so in the Voltron actually, the toy was released in 1985, not 1982. It was 1985. And the Lion Voltron, which let's go ahead and let's just take a look here. So what we have here, we have the original Matchbox Lion Voltron right here. And that is the one that was labeled as Voltron 3. It was released in 1985 by Matchbox and adapted from a Japanese series called Armored... Oh, wait. No, this one was adapted from God Daikan. Go Lion. Yeah, Go Lion, God Daikan. And it was released in Japan in 1981. And so let's go ahead and move some of these things around just a little bit, so that, because there's an awful lot going on in the background, and I want you to be able to see these things. So we will move some of our various Voltron contenders out of the way. Oh, there we go. And we will move that out of the way. Okay, so when I was a kid, my local hardware store was fully stocked in Voltron stuff, and I remember seeing the Matchbox toys in boxes, and you could get either the Black Lion, it came in a big box, or you could get another box with, I believe it was the green and yellow lion, and then the other box had the red and the blue lion. And so that was Voltron 3. But you could also get Vehicle Voltron, which came in the sea/space set, the land set, and the air set. And I remember, I think it was my mom asking me, if I wanted Voltron, and if so, which version did I want? And I chose the Vehicle Voltron, because to me, Vehicle Voltron had, it wasn't just vehicles, but they also had these combined vehicle modes, and then they also formed the robot. So I thought, okay, well, that's kind of a win. I'm getting cool vehicles, a whole bunch of cool vehicles, and I'm also getting a big robot, plus I'm getting these super vehicles, which admittedly, that I don't know what that is, but they are definitely combined. So I actively chose Vehicle Voltron. Now, that being said, I have to say that the Lion Voltron sets disappeared from Western Auto pretty quickly. And there was a part of me that always wished I would have gotten the Lion Voltron. And now, I didn't regret getting Vehicle Voltron. Vehicle Voltron, as far as I'm concerned, Vehicle Voltron is awesome. But I would see, every now and then, I would see one of these, and I would see one of these, and it was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But that was the last time that I ever saw these toys in the wild. They were there, and then they were gone. And then there were like the small versions that didn't transform, that didn't come apart, and it's like that's not Voltron. That I don't want a robot that's just a robot. Voltron.
Oh, hell no.
Exactly. Oh, hell no. So yeah. So I was very happy with my Vehicle Voltron. And do we want to start with Vehicle Voltron? That is Voltron 1, after all. So, I know that I kind of started going down the road of Voltron 3, but I'm a little bit obsessive, a little bit compulsive, just a little bit, and it just doesn't seem right to start with number 3. You have to start with number 1. So, and I'm not saying that Vehicle Voltron is number 1, but it is. But for those haters out there who talk crap on Vehicle Voltron, I will say Vehicle Voltron has every right to the Voltron name because it is pretty darn awesome. So, let's see, Mason, Samo Lion was just saying, hardware store selling toys, that may come back. You know, I hope so. Because we lost Toys R Us. And so you've got Target and Walmart, and I would love to be able to go into a Lowe's and find Voltron toys. That would kick ass. The one I got my Voltron from was Western Auto in Reynoldsville. Okay, so that was in Reynoldsville, but there was a hardware store in DuBois, which was the big town near my small town where DuBois actually had a mall. Okay, Reynoldsville had Main Street, and you had 2 convenience stores, a 5 and 10 store, a Widman's. If anybody remembers what a Widman's, I don't know if Widman's was a chain or so. You know, it was sort of like a Ben Franklin. We had a Ben Franklin, which is your basic 5 and 10. Imagine Family Dollar. Okay, that's from back in the 80s. Widman's and Ben Franklin were effectively Family Dollar. They had little smatterings of everything. They had a cheap toy section. They had toilet paper. And back then, you could get Atari games, and every now and then, like, they'd sell a TV or something. And so but in DuBois there was a hardware store that got all of the Transformers toys, at least most of them, and I got most of my toys from this. This was Mike's Hardware Toys and Stereos and Certified Locksmith. Only in DuBois, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, I got my, Cheeky Cheeky Boy is here! A toast to Cheeky Cheeky Boy! We're drinking a Voltron tonight. You'll have to rewind to see the forming of the Voltron. It was epic. I thought it was epic. So I got my Voltron 1. And let's go ahead and take a look at Voltron 1, because Voltron 1 is actually pretty darn cool. Voltron 1 is made of 15 vehicles, and they are divided in Land Team, Sea Team, and the Air Team. And so, of course, the Land Team is made up of land vehicles, the Sea Team is made up of sea vehicles, although none of them look like a boat. I'm just going to point out that none of the sea vehicles actually look like a boat, but I guess they're like submarines. And then we have air vehicles here, and so they had these super modes, which I think is very cool that they did that. And sure, they're using a lot of the attachment mechanisms used to form Voltron, but I think that's awesome. It makes sense, and it's a pretty good reuse of those connecting features. So let's go ahead and take these apart so that you can really see the vehicles. So we've got a couple SUVs, which in the 80s, SUVs didn't exist. Okay, they were reaching into the future. They reached into the 90s, and they got 90s SUVs to be Voltron's feet. Yeah, the closest you had to an SUV would be a pickup that had the cab in the back, which this sort of looks like that, but no, this is an SUV. This is, And this is my original. So Mazenfur was just asking if this is an original or not. Yes, this is the one that I got as a child, and I still have it. Now, some of the connection joints have broken, and I've had to do some repairs on those because, unfortunately, this toy is pretty much all plastic, except for some like it has these, this thing which is kind of an inertia drive where you can go like that and then it'll keep going. Wait, here, let's do this right. So you can do this, and that's pretty cool. So those, oh yeah, let's get a row beast here. So we'll get a row beast. We're going to talk about the size of the row beast, but nonetheless, we have a row beast, and now the row beast is defeated because we just hit him with 2 SUVs. That takes out a row beast. So yeah, here we go. We'll set him aside. So of course those inertia. I'm going to call it an inertia drive because it just sounds cool. Those things have metal bits in them, and the screws, and there are some pins in here that are metal, but the rest of it is all plastic, which is one thing that's slightly disappointing about this version of Voltron, because this version has got so much metal in it that you can kill somebody with it. So we have that, and then we have these little things, which okay, I don't know what kind of a vehicle this is supposed to be, but I like it. It's obviously a fist. I don't care. It's cute, and there are 2 of them. And you look at this. You look at the passenger compartment here. So you can easily imagine that a person would be about, yay tall. It is kind of a monster truck, so maybe they're only yay tall. But then you only have a little tiny windshield here. I think that maybe these are like, these hold 2 people, this holds 1. But, of course, they only ever had 1 pilot on the show. But these also have those inertia drives. Not very well working ones. Yeah. So, there we go. So, yeah, they can do that. And then we have this. So we go like that. And it's got some, I guess this is like an armored personnel carrier. So, that kind of rolls. And, you can actually put up the little thing that's like a satellite dish. So, yeah. And it rolls well. So that's kind of a cool thing. And so Mazenfur was just asking if these are missile fists and if they've been made safe for American audiences. And yes, they are missile fists, and no, they are not safe. So we can absolutely do that. This fist, you can do it. There we go. So this fist, I had to do some work on. The little latching mechanism broke, and so I replaced it. Oh, yeah. So wait, here, let's get another row beast. Or is that a row beast, or is that just a dude? What? Skull tank driver. So yeah, we have a skull tank driver. Let's put this in here. Let's see if he can defeat the skull tank driver. Defeated! So there we go. We've got skull tank driver is out of commission. But yeah, so this is just a completely plastic part, and the end had broken off here. So you can see where I drilled a tiny hole. Let me just get that in focus. Maybe. There we go. So I drilled a tiny hole and put a wire through there, and then I put some super glue on the wire, and then packed it with baking soda to fill in, and colored it with a Sharpie. Did some sanding and then colored it. So it is now functional, but it doesn't work quite as smoothly as it did when it was new. So that is my fix on my rocket fist thing. And so, and we have the armored personnel carrier. At least that's what I'm. This kind of reminds me of something from RoboCop. I don't know why, but it just does. And admittedly, it's not much of a vehicle, but.
Please put down your weapon. You have 20 seconds to comply.
You know, on second thought, I love this vehicle. It's the best vehicle in the set, and we're just going to set it right over there because we do not want to piss off Ed 209. So yeah, we'll set that over there, and then we have the C team and the C. This is a cool looking thing. I don't know exactly what it is, and it seemed like it was Coasterbrony. Holy crap! Whoa! Coasterbrony, you missed my toast, so I am going to toast you again because without you, this live stream would not have happened. So thank you so very much for sending us a complete Voltron. You are awesome. I am going to get really inebriated on this toast. Yeah, that's so. Thank you so much. You're amazing. Everybody, thank Coasterbrony in the chat. Thank Coasterbrony because tonight is I keep pointing over here because that's where the chat window is on my screen. The chat window is over here. So Coasterbrony, as far as my brain is concerned, you're right here. So anyway, so this is the combined C-Team vehicle, and I really like it. It is really cool. It looks awesome. It's got these jet things on the side that, and I guess it's supposed to be a submarine, or it could also be a space vehicle. I've seen it go back and forth about what this team is. It's either the C team or the space team, and I guess because you wouldn't really want to play with this in the water, so it's a lot easier to say, okay, it goes into space, and I'll buy that. I would buy this as a spaceship, but it does look kind of submarine-y. It works as a submarine, and then of course it comes apart. And we have more of those friction drives here, even though I'm not used to seeing submarines with wheels, but of course that's for play value. That's the thing. Obviously, the fiction is that these things are going to be in the water or in space, but kids still have to play with them. Kids like me had to play with them, and so they did put wheels on them. If they can put wheels on Insecticons, then they can put wheels on Voltron ships. And so, that's good. That's good. Okay, we're gonna get there. So yes, my producer is giving me really good advice. So one thing that I would do when I was a kid is I would take the sides off. And even that is kind of a cool vehicle. It's sort of like a rocket or even more like a submarine. So, and that's one of the things that I really liked about this set is that there was stuff that you could do other than the norm. I mean, it wasn't exactly universal. It wasn't like I could put the fists... Well, actually, wait a minute here. Wait, I might. Now that I think about it. Come on, tell me I can do this. Tell me I can do this. Oh, come on. I know that you wanna do it. It doesn't. I don't think that it wants to do it. Well, it should do it because this... Wait a minute. This is the side. So that's the side that would fit onto the legs. So Does that go there? I mean, is it the same? Huh. I'm. It feels tight, so I'm not going to force it. But so it wasn't exactly universal, but there were lots of things that you could do. These little things, which do look kind of like submarines, they're just freewheeling, just like that. And you have that, and then you have these that have the inertia drive, and you flip out those, and you flip out those. So, and it squeals at you like you're murdering its sister. So, so we're going to let's go ahead and reassemble super mode here. And I really love what this does. I love how these come out of the side when you do that. That is pretty cool. And then I always have the guy with the yellow top meet up with the ship with the yellow top, and then likewise with the red top to the red feature there. I don't think you have to. It's just something that I do because of my obsessive compulsive tendencies. So we've got the C team. We've got dual inertia drives that seem to... This is a case where the object at rest really wants to stay at rest. But they're going to fight Cthulhu. There we go. And I could totally see Voltron fighting Cthulhu. Yeah. I think Cthulhu's winning this fight because my inertia drives are not really carrying much inertia. So yeah, we nonetheless we got 5 more vehicles, and they are cool. They're fun to play with. These small ones roll really nicely. There we go. And you press the button here. And you press the little yellow button here. I guess I should be telling you about the switches and the buttons that I press. Slide that in, flip that out. And then, of course, we've got this thing, which, this is a cool little ship. Yeah, this one I'll accept as being a vehicle much more readily than this one. I have to stretch my imagination on this one a little bit, but this one, it looks like a thing. It's got the turbines on the side, it's got the little wind screens on both sides, it's got this thing that kind of looks like the tower on a submarine, so that's pretty cool, and it rolls nicely. So wait here, let's do this. Okay, we'll use original inertia drive. See, it had inertia, and it took out Cthulhu, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, we've got, and then we've got these vehicles, which, yeah, this is, I kind of wish that there had been like a panel here, you know, maybe like a little door type thing. And this is where a clear panel, you know, like some kind of tinted plastic that's translucent that closed over top of that to make it look like a cockpit or something would have been really, really effective. Nonetheless, you look at it from the side, it definitely says, hey, I'm a vehicle. You know, you could think of me as something, but it's definitely a vehicle. And so that works. And then this doesn't really work all that well. And then same with this one. They're very, very similar, but it is nice that these are different molded parts. We've got a different button mechanism. We've got slight mold variations from the left to right, and that carries through on all of these things. There's a lot of similarities, but each part is distinctive. With the 2 SUV vehicles, okay, they are not the same SUV. This is a 1989 Plymouth Transport, and this is more of a Chevy whatever the hell Chevy thing. Chevy Bravo or something. Who the hell knows? Nobody cares about Chevy. But this kind of looks like a moon buggy. I always really liked this one. But notice they're not the same. They could have gotten away with making these the exact same mold, just in different colors, but they did not. These guys, once again, similar but not identical. Different colored or different shaped cockpits, different details on the fronts, different mold details on the white parts. So these are two distinctly different molds that just share the same mechanisms, but they are two unique ships. Same thing with the fists. Two different cockpit styles, different details on the bodies of the vehicles. Even the fists are different. Yeah, they are not the same fist. They are very similar, obviously, but once again, distinctly different vehicles. And that's something that you would never see them do today. Yeah, even now, if I don't know who holds the rights on Voltron these days, but let's just say, since Hasbro owns everything, let's just say that Hasbro was making a Voltron toy and they were making these guys. I would be hard-pressed to see them actually make two separate molds for these. I'm pretty certain that we would get repaints for the hands and the feet. And that would be fine, but it's really cool to see that they went to the extra effort of tooling up for separate vehicles, and I don't think that that's something that we would see today. So that is pretty cool. And then we have the Air Team, and the Air Team, I feel like the Air Team has the most recognizable vehicles that are distinctly like, yeah, this is a thing. Yeah, you have this is the super vehicle, and the super vehicle, actually, this is probably my least favorite of the super vehicles, because it's very obviously Voltron's upper body with the jet facing the other direction. It's fine. That's no big deal. I don't see that as a problem, but at the same time, it's hard for me to look at this and think super air vehicle rather than upper torso of Voltron. So I didn't do a whole lot with the super vehicle. It does have the inertia drive. So let's move some of these things out of the way. And do we have another row beast, or are we just going to use Cthulhu again? This is round 2 for Cthulhu. Okay, so, Cthulhu won 1, he lost 1. Let's see how Cthulhu does against the super air vehicle. Oh yeah, that was a definitive victory. So that's 2 out of 3 wins for Voltron. Cthulhu's down. Cthulhu is down. Joy was just saying, pull it back and let it go. I'm afraid that these aren't those kinds of vehicles. If you pull it back and let it go, it just goes backwards. Or if you pull it back and then, yeah. So they are not that kind of a thing. These just have there's a flywheel inside that mechanism. And, there's no point in even asking how I know that. I'm just going to tell you that the mechanism has a little gearbox, and then there's a weighted flywheel. And what happens is when you spin it, it gets that flywheel going, and it takes that flywheel a little bit longer to discharge its energy than just having free wheels, and it creates that kind of motorized thing. It's not a great mechanism. It's been used on countless toys over the years, and it makes them feel like there's a motor, but it doesn't really do much. Like, obviously, without having it, this will go a lot farther. So but it does make it feel like there's more in there, and I guess it's that perceived value thing. And you get the pleasant sounds of these things squealing at you as you. That, I guess that's, I don't know. Is that like something that we want? Do we want this? It kind of sounds like I'm killing a cat. And I'm not sure that I want my toys to sound like I'm killing a cat. But hey, the 80s were weird. So yeah, we had the Air Team. The Air Team vehicles are way better when you take them apart. Absolutely. You take them apart, so you have the jet thing, and the jet thing by far is the coolest vehicle in the set. This vehicle is awesome. It looks exactly like what it's supposed to be. There are no apologies made for this. It has these little clips on the bottom that clip it onto the front of Voltron. It also has the inertia thing, so it can do that. And then this has a big red button, and I respect the big red button. It also has a little door here that comes out and closes. So you press really hard on the big red button, and that releases the head. And then you've also got these little yellow tabs here on the underside, and you press them to release the hecklecoppers. And we press that, and now we get that. And then you rotate this to the side, and you put this up, and you flip these out. And okay, I have talked about how this is an awesome air vehicle. These are obvious helicopters. Even if they look like Duplo helicopters, they are obvious helicopters, so we accept these as helicopters. This is obviously the original lunar lander that landed on the moon. So you know that is like, that's a piece of science history right there. So that is what that is, and it also squeals, so that's important. What the hell kind of air vehicle is this? I mean, I'm willing to stretch my imagination a lot, but this is a VW Microbus with a couple little tiny nubs on the side, and it's got a tail so that you know which direction is front. So if they were to just, like, hell, leave it like this and it's a bus, okay, I'd accept it as a bus, but this as an air vehicle, I'm not buying it. I'm not. Colleen says it's a blimp. Okay, you know what? It's absolutely a blimp. This is here. It goes like this, and it's a blimp. Yeah. There. I mean, I thought I had problems with this one, but you know what? This is absolutely legit when you look at this and say, oh yeah, that flies. That does not fly. It would roll. It actually would make a really cool land vehicle because it's got all these wheels here, and you know, it looks like it would be like an armored type thing, but as an air vehicle. Oh, okay, wait here. So this is what did we say this was? So Tie Guy. This. Yes, you are correct. Tie Guy says it's an Imperial troop transport, or an Imperial prison transport, I'm sorry. And yes, it is one of these. That's what it is. Thank you, Tie Guy, for figuring out the mystery. It's an Imperial prison transport. So, And, we just happen to have one of these laying around for yeah, it's amazing that this works. But let me put that down there. And it was a troop transport, then a prison transport in Rogue One. So I was sort of right. So toast to Colleen and Tie Guy. Colleen because blimp, yes, and Tie Guy, double yes. So second one, they each get a toast. I'm not shorting anybody a toast. So yeah. And that's, and then we have, wait here, let's see. So we kind of glazed over the helicopters. The helicopters, they're fine. They're not super impressive. I wish, so many of the other vehicles have translucent plastic where the cockpits are supposed to be, and these are just painted. And it does detract. These would look way better if they had translucent plastic rather than just paint detail. It's a small criticism, but it is. Also notice that, once again, of course, they are two distinctly different molds. They are not just recolors of each other. And they are made so that this is specifically the shoulder on the, it would be Voltron's right shoulder, on the left-hand side when you're looking at him, but it would be his right shoulder, and this is specifically the left shoulder, which is interesting to me. They made it side-specific. Mason Fur, let's, I'm getting a message from my producer. Mason Fur wants to know how to replace the turbo tank battery. I remember you figured that out for me just a couple months. You want to talk about that, or do it? You know what? Does anybody in the chat mind if we talk about how to replace a battery in the troop transport or the prison transport, depending on which continuity you're following? I'm just gonna. You guys can yell at me if you don't want to hear this. So, okay. So the front of this comes off, if I remember correctly. And let's see, you open up the doors here. I'm not holding it up enough, but there was, let's see, there was a way to take off the front, and I'm trying to remember. It's been several months since I did this, but. Honey, do you remember how to get the front off? It just pulled? It just pulls off. There are these little tabs right here and here. And then there is a screw right in here. And I have my little screwdriver set. Thank you. My lovely and talented wife, who gets me stuff while I'm on camera. And so we will loosen. Yeah, it is really scary because there's no little buttons to release. You just kind of pull it. I used a little bit of an upward motion, a little bit like. Actually, I would say a little bit of almost a side-to-side motion, like go like that, and that might make it a little bit easier. So yeah, and then we will loosen this screw. So I just undid that screw, and then this door just opens up right there, and that's where the batteries are. So, there we go. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Anybody? No.
Now you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
So, there we go. We'll put the screw back in. And then we will just snap this right back into place. it goes on a lot easier than it comes off. Oh, so we have now, and I'm just gonna say a toast to being able to change the batteries and stuff. That is good. That is sinfully good. And yeah, I'm at about the halfway point. So I'm glad that I'm glad that you asked me at this point in the live stream, because the longer that I'm on camera, the more affected my brain becomes. So yeah. So getting back over to Vehicle Voltron. We have the helicopters, and they're fine. They're helicopters. They work. And then you have the head vehicle, which does look like a lunar lander, I think. I think it absolutely looks like a lunar lander. Of course, all these things have wheels, and it doesn't really go much. See, they even got the translucent plastic there. Every one of the vehicles except, well, okay, these don't have translucent windows, and these don't have. So 4 out of 15 materials get windshields, and those 4, they're just like, eh. So, nonetheless, I know that I could play with a big mass, and this is the other thing that's great about these. This is a ton of little vehicles. I mean, there's so much fun that you can have with just having a pile of little cars and spaceships and stuff like that. Vehicle Voltron allows you to have an entire space battle with one... Okay, it's actually 3 sets. It was sold in 3 sets. But nonetheless, if you have all of Voltron, you have 15 vehicles! That's freaking awesome! I mean, imagine, you have the Decepticons and you have Voltron, okay? All these vehicles, and they're fighting like all your Decepticons that you had when you were a kid, because, okay, I had more than 15 Decepticons, but I acquired them over a long time. It was not, I started out with Starscream and one Constructicon, and then, wait, where are my other colors? We are freshening the Voltron, and we will show that for people who arrived late. So yeah, you got all of this stuff. This is great, and that is so much fun. There's so much play value in all of these little things. So yeah, the lions definitely get all the cool points. But these were fun. These were just plain fun. But of course, we know that that's not really what we're here for. We are here to form Voltron. That's what needs to happen. And so let's go ahead. Well, actually, okay, this is going to be interesting because, as you can see, we have a sort of a knockoff version here, and you can't even see it in the frame. And yes, Mazenfur, you are correct. That is some very quality detailing. These are the ones that I had from 1985. They are 35 years old, and most of them, the paint is not even chipped. So they may have been plastic, but they were very well made plastic. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do this with we're gonna show this in some stages here. So some of these go through a little bit of a transformation sequence, but it's never anything all that involved. With the leg pieces, you pull that out, you flip these around, and that is right. Oh, I said leg! I said leg! Oh no! Wait, here, so. I'm saying leg. And my producer, aka Monica, is preparing more Voltron shots. So we're just gonna have to imagine da 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 da. And just in time. Oh, did I drink it down? Oh, I need to drink it down enough? Okay, wait here. Da 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 da. Because I said leg twice. So we have to. We're gonna try and do this appropriately. So we have lion shots flying up through the air. And pretend this is a black lion. And now we form feet and form arms and body. And I'm getting another message from my producer. And I'll form what's going to bleary my head. That's great. Oh, there's some happy in that. So that is my Voltron. And I'm gonna wipe off this sword. There we go. Okay. We got the. So now let me move my lion shots out of the way. And by the way, tonight's music is the Voltron intro theme remix by Project V Drive. And I put a link in the description, so even after this live stream is over, go ahead and check out their YouTube channel, because that's where we got this, and it's kind of awesome. So, thank you, Project V Drive. You guys are awesome. Or maybe it's just one person. You are awesome. I don't know. Either way, it's awesome. Awesome music. So, let's go ahead and let's form Voltron. So, like I said, with these things, whatever they are, which I'm not going to say, you pull out the bottoms, you flip that out, you, with the waist piece here, you're going to, there's this button right here. Oh wait, no, the button's right here. And it's very cleverly disguised. I mean, I couldn't tell which side it was, but there you go. So you do that. And on the little SUV things, they have these, which keep them from tipping over backwards, but they're kind of floppy, and they don't like to stay. So it's best to flip those out and then put them on the ground, because they will want to rock back in. And so now, and with this thing, so I'd already done it, but I'm going to do it again. So we had the Prison Transport, which has its little wing things here. They flip up, you push the tail down, and then we rotate the back, and then that will need to be open, which it just comes right out, but it's easy to get it to go in when it's time to form. So let's go ahead and if you want these to be out in robot mode, you can. I don't think they're supposed to be, but I used to do that when I was a kid because I liked it. So we're gonna form feet and there we go. And then with these, you just see they're on a hinge here, so that just opens up right there. And then that snaps right on there. Like that. And then we get this guy. And there's no release. You just give it a little pressure on top and it goes down like that. And then that snaps right there. And now we have the waist. There we go. And that's as far as you can see in that camera. So I guess that's all we're going to form. We've got half of Voltron, and that's good enough, right? No, of course not. That's dumb. That's me being dumb. Okay. So I'm good. Thank you. So I'm going to set it on, let's see. Okay. I'm checking to see how far the camera can see, because Voltron is Voltron's waist is that far lower than where the camera sees. So with this thing, you're just going to push that down like that, and then you'll take the waist and just plug it right in there. And I love how that fits together. I mean, it just clicks together. It is really satisfying to form Voltron. Just so that you know, it's tremendously satisfying. The clicks and the snaps are great. The way that he goes together is great. We take our Microbus, and you see this door is going to come down, and just ignore it, because putting it together will push that door right back up in. And then it clicks so nice. It clicks so nice. And then we are going to form the arms. I'm going to put the arms together first. Now, in the instructions, and obviously the way they made this, they have these little release tabs here, and then they have the little things that, little teeth that hold on the fist there. But then you have fists that go to, that are in this position. People, I don't like it. I just don't like it. So I always put them together like this. There you go. And now the fist is facing forward, and it makes sense. And then we'll just plug that right in there, again with a very satisfying click. And then we're gonna do this one, and it goes on just like that. And I like to give it a little bit of a bend at the elbow. And so form arms and torso. Remember, when they were forming space or the vehicle Voltron, they always said form feet and legs, form arms and torso. Oh shoot, I said it, didn't I? I'm going to be really inebriated by the end of the evening. Just letting everybody know that. So, and then I'll form the head, and you have to go. And then it snaps, and there we go. And then you open the little doors, and that creates the Voltron face. And then, of course, you have this thing, and you put the little grabby things out. You flip the little tabs out, and then you have to do an anime swoosh thing where it's like, and you have Voltron in the background, and oh wait, here we're gonna go like this. So, this would not be moving, but the background would be moving, and you see it go past Voltron, and then it connects to his chest, and he's like, pew! And that is Vehicle Voltron. And he is awesome. Come on, let's I understand everybody loves Lion Voltron. I get it. How can you not love Lion Voltron? But this is really, really cool. Look at him. He's great. I wish he were more posable, but 80s toy. 80s toy robots just didn't have good articulation. He does have his shoulder joints. He's got elbow joints, which for an 80s robot, having elbow joints is a lot. Look at all the Gen 1 Transformers that only had, you could do this. And that was about it. So yeah, he's got his elbow joints, and he just looks really good in robot mode. He's got a really good solid design to him that works, that with dynamic proportions, due to just the flexibility of the pieces and how they go together, you can sort of spread the legs out a little bit, but it's not because they've provided any joints or anything. He's just a little bit jiggly. But yeah, this is an amazing thing. Now, the Matchbox version didn't come with a sword. There's no sword. You couldn't do Blazing Sword, which, on Vehicle Voltron, he didn't do Blazing Sword anyway. He did the spinning laser blades, and admittedly, you want the Blazing Sword. I understand he's not the same Voltron, but spinning laser blades, sure, it's cool because they've got these helicopter things and and but it's not the same as and then you have that big sword, and then you cleave a Robeast either neatly in half down the center, or right in the waist, or every now and then, for variety, the Robeast is cut in half diagonally, going across the body this way, and then the two halves just sort of shift like that as one part falls away from the other, and then it explodes, and it's like awesome. Okay, so yeah, he needed a sword, and when I was a kid, this was one thing that was a problem with Voltron as a toy. And this is a problem that has plagued Voltron throughout its existence, really, and that is the existence of suitable playable enemies for Voltron. Because, and we'll talk a little bit more about this. Cthulhu lost his bat wings. I need a Robeast. Give me a Robeast. Yeah. The coffin. Oh, the coffin is down here. Oh, that wasn't a Robeast? Oh, okay. Well, show me that. Yeah. Okay, so this is an official Voltron Robeast. Now, granted, this was the Poppy version, but this is not a threat to this. This is something to scrape off of his monster-tired shoe. There were no Robeasts. Now, in Inhumanoids, you had big monsters, and then they had to fight with guys that were half their size, and that was sort of the thing with Inhumanoids. But with Voltron, we are experiencing power fluctuations. I hope that this live stream is not cut short. If the power goes out, if it blips and everything goes dark and we lose connectivity, then I will try to boot up my computer and get back on the same stream key. So if you guys just leave it run a little bit, Start streaming.
So if you guys just leave it run a little bit.
I think we're back. Yes, we are back. Yes, I'm seeing myself looking excited from 20 seconds ago. So we are back. That's awesome. So I don't know if anybody else is with us. Hope you're still with us. Let me just take a look at the stream settings and see if everything is okay. Everything seems to be working. So, yeah, I will. Oh, sorry, kitty. Okay, now my cat is stuck to my chair. Oh, poor kitty. Oh, you are just. I really need to get his claws. Okay, so, poor cat. So, hey, we got Samo Lion. He says Hi-de-o, Hi-de-o, and Mason Fur is back. So yes, we're back, and I have to toast you guys all over again because I kind of have to, right? So a toast to Sam. I can't say his name. Samote Lion. Mr. T. So. And Mason Fur. And Kyoji. And Ty Guy. And Christopher Remley. I don't think that I toasted you before. So, welcome back. All right. Thank you, everybody, for sticking with us during our technical difficulties. The whole neighborhood was blipping, and it seems to have stopped for now. So fingers crossed we won't have any more interruptions. But nonetheless, so we were just talking about Vehicle Voltron and his lack of appropriate enemies. So here's what I did. This is because of course I was the kind of kid that couldn't leave well enough alone. I just made these out of cardboard. I got some boxes. I cut them up, and I made a couple row beasts, but they were actually just row beast frames. And what I did was I had these loops that were made out of cardboard, the kind of cardboard that you get from clothing boxes. You know, like you buy a shirt at JCPenney's or something. You know, usually Christmas gifts came in those because I sure as heck wasn't shopping at JCPenney. But nonetheless, you'd get this thin chipboard cardboard, and so I cut that into strips that were and I made them into a circle, and then I attached arms and a head to one and legs to the other, and then I would blow up a balloon and I would inflate it inside these two cardboard frames, and then I made a sword for Voltron out of I think popsicle sticks and aluminum foil and one staple. And I had the staple in the end so that when he would stab the row beast in the balloon, it would pop and the row beast would fall to pieces. So yeah, we really should have a demonstration. I'm sorry, I'm afraid that was quite a long time ago, and I don't think that my parents kept my cardboard row beast. But I could make them again. I could absolutely make them again. And maybe I should, like, you know what? I've decided something. I am going to, and you know, this is something where Mr. T. Okay, we know who we're talking about, right, Mr. T? Because I keep getting your name wrong, Mr. T Lion. If you want to knock this off, you go right ahead. Okay, I am going to create a design for cardboard balloon row beasts. And we will put it out on social media so that you can have row beasts that are in scale with Voltron and then you can pop your balloon and have your Robeast fall to pieces. So and it'll be better this time. It'll be way better than when I was a kid. So this should be cool. Yes, that's gonna happen. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but that's gonna happen. So anyway, yeah, that's what I did to have Robeast for my Voltron, and I love this design. I don't love the little bits of kibble in the back. Voltron really never had kibble, and I never liked that these were just kind of hanging out here. It's like everything else about him is really, really nice, and his proportions are nice, and he goes together really, really well, and then you just have these things that just don't fit. And I would like to think that if they had to do this today with today's technology, that they would come up with a little bit of a better solution than just having the fronts of the ships kind of hanging out below his butt. You know, it's not even used in an interesting way. They're just hanging there, and I don't like that. And I'm waiting for it. You know, I'm waiting for it. So anyway, this one was mine. Now, when I met my lovely wife, she also had a vehicle Voltron. Or at least it's pretty close to a vehicle Voltron. So this, wait a minute here, I've got this written down so that I remember stuff. This is, I'm missing it. The LSA combo. This is the LSA combo, which obviously is just a repaint. Yeah, they knocked off vehicle Voltron, and his leg's trying to come off. Wait, there we go. So they knocked off vehicle Voltron just brazenly. They did a really good job, though. This is a really nice quality toy. Now they have painted cockpits rather than translucent cockpits, and except for the feet. Now the feet are both just the same vehicle. Let's see. No, the fists are still two different fists, which, yeah, I'm kind of surprised that they didn't save themselves on some of the tooling by having the helicopters be the same. But no, they've still got two different helicopters, two different fists. The legs are different, and the legs even have cockpits. And there's a cockpit on the Microbus here, the blimp, and there's like translucence there. So they do have some translucence, but some of the other places they're just painted, like here and there, and of course they've got the awesome gold. That is like Pimp Daddy Destro gold. And this is gold, and that looks really nice. This was produced in 2000, and Monica got it for $10. And at the time that she got it, it was like, oh hell yes, because she always loved vehicle Voltron. And she always wanted a vehicle Voltron, but she never got the opportunity to get a vehicle Voltron. So when she saw this in the store, of course she had to get it. And $10? I mean, this is an amazing deal for $10. It doesn't have the inertia drives, but as we've seen, the inertia drives really don't add a whole lot. So when I met Monica, and as we were discovering how perfect we are for each other, we realized that we both own and love vehicle Voltron. And I'm telling you, if that's not a sign of a match made in heaven, I don't know what is. Star-crossed lovers that both love vehicle Voltron. So, yeah, I love vehicle Voltron, and you love vehicle Voltron, And Vehicle Voltron may not be the reason that we are together, but it helped. You know, it's just it was just another one of those things that shows that this is gonna work. So that's my Voltron, Monica's Voltron, and we're gonna let them have some time together. I don't know what they're gonna do, and I'm not gonna watch. So I'll set that down there. And he's going to try and fall over, so I'm going to turn him around so that he can rest up against the footstool and probably make my cat angry. And then we will put my Voltron right down there. Yeah, going to have a little time alone under the table. So that brings us, and of course we found this in a Tuesday morning, which is just a knockoff small version, and it does have pieces that come apart. You know, you can take the feet off. The legs have knee joints, but they don't really come apart. These things, so you can do that, and you can pull that out. No, it's not high quality. And then this is intended to be one piece, but an industrial person can get that to come apart and then do that. Oh, and I'm sorry, Wesley. I just dropped a helicopter on my cat. And so, you know, you can break this into pieces. It's not perfect, but as a little toy from a store that has a whole bunch of cheap knockoff stuff, this is actually a cool little thing. So yeah, we got a little tiny Vehicle Voltron, and I have greatly angered my cat. So and we will set all these pieces aside here. But that was a cool thing. If you happen to see this in a second, like a cheapo store, this was like $5. It is well worth $5. And I'm gonna set those pieces down there. You know, if nothing else, have fun hacking into them and abusing them, because you know it's $5 and it's mostly Vehicle Voltron. So that brings us to the moment that we have all been waiting for. What we have wanted. We want Stealth Voltron. Here we go.
Stealth Voltron, energized to fight Stealth Lion Strike. 5 blazing lions with a blasting bomb attack. Armed with an explosive arsenal of stealth technology. Lions loaded with missiles, might, and the power to unite. Stealth Voltron. 5 cyber lions built into one ultimate robot. Striking down forces of doom with a mighty energy sword. Behold the power of stealth technology. Voltron stealth lions constructed the invincible robot Stealth Voltron.
I don't have a Stealth Voltron. I'm not going to have a Stealth Voltron. That is the ugliest group of toys that combine into the ugliest robot that I have ever seen. That is awful. They use the word lions very liberally in that commercial, because I'm pretty sure that what I just saw was 5 of these that go together to make one large, uglier version of this. And, you know, I don't mean, you know what, that's a little bit insulting to my mouse. I'm sorry, mouse, because you're a very attractive mouse, but you would make a really ugly lion. So, oh, and Osaka Jack is here! Osaka Jack, hey! Toast to Osaka Jack! So, yeah, Voltron has had some ups and downs over the years. And of course we had Legendary Defender, which started out strong and kind of ended poorly, and, you know, rest in peace. But But we did get this toy out of it, and this is a very nice toy. There's a lot of metal in this toy. I'm not super excited about this design. Let's go ahead and take them to the other camera. So this is what I will say is that even though I'm not a big fan of the design of the robot, I don't feel like he's quintessentially Voltron-y, and I know that that's an ambiguous thing to say, but he's not bad. And what we do get is we get a lot of posability with this toy. He can get into cool poses, and he's got spring-loaded jaws on his lions, and he's a lot of fun. He's small. The scan lines are back. It was looking so good, also pretty blurry. Oh, okay. So, you know what? Let me adjust my camera a little bit, because my camera's having a hard time with this. So first of all, let's get it in focus. Well, that's the wrong way. There we go. That seems like it's in focus. And let's adjust the light. And unfortunately, I don't know what to do about the scan lines. I don't know why it's doing that, so I apologize to everyone for the scan lines on my camera. I think the camera is a little bit angry about the technical difficulties that we had earlier. So anyway, this is Voltron Legendary Defender. There was a bigger version that was a lot of plastic. We lucked out and found this one at Ollie's. And they were super discounted. We got the whole thing there, and I'm very happy to have it. But I do have to say that this does not really scratch my Voltron itch. Now, each of these lions do come apart. Now you can pull it apart, and they go through more of a transformation sequence. The bodies open up, and then the legs go inside. So here, we're going to try and get these out here. Maybe. It's tight. It's a little bit difficult to get it, but there we go. And then we're going to open up that leg, and we're going to pull this one out, and then we close up the body. And then we have the back leg, and we pull out the tail. And that's a good looking lion. I mean, no doubt, that is a good looking lion. Let's go ahead and refocus here. So, very nice lions. And of course, the fact that it's die-cast metal, that's awesome. I'll pull off one of the legs too. There we go. And the legs are easier to do than the arms. So, once again, some nice lions. And we'll go ahead and show the black lion. Oh, there we go. And pull that out. There we go. And then we'll do that, and we'll do that, and we're going to open up that little door there, and then have his front leg come out. Oh, I said it. I did say it. Well, okay. So, I said leg. I said it. I probably said it a couple times and didn't even realize it. Wait, here, I'll take another. That is a hard one. Osaka. Oh, Joy is back. Oh, Joy is back. Hey, welcome back, Joy. I'm getting to the end of this one too. That's 2 Voltrons in one night. That's pretty good. So we've got the Black Lion here, and pull out the tail there. Open up this door. There we go. Black Lion looks great. I like the Black Lion. It does suffer from a little bit of face and mouth, but it's not too bad as long as you don't open the mouth too far. So, you know, he can do the roar, and there's a lot of articulation, and that's what really makes this toy fun, is that there are a lot of points of articulation so that you can get the lions into cool poses, and you can get Voltron into cool poses, and there's a lot of play value to this. But overall, I'm not super in love with the design that they came up with for the toy, and that's just, you know, that was a design choice of the show. I also hated the theme. The theme sounded like it was written on a Simon. Does everybody know what I'm talking about? You know, the Simon, the round electronic game with 4 big buttons, and it goes dut dut, and you press dut dut, and then it goes dut dut dut, and you press dut dut dut, and then it goes dut 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 dut, and you go dut 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 dut, and now you've written the theme to the Voltron Legendary Defender show. Dut 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 dut. That's the whole theme. Just I'm sorry. You go from this right? And then you go to that's, I'm sorry, no, that is not Voltron. That is that. And I understand if you can't get the rights to the original music, okay, but don't come up with something lame in its place. Come up with something good. Good? Anybody? Anyway, so yeah, those are my, you know, my opinions of Voltron Legendary Defender. Nonetheless, it's a pretty cool toy, and we didn't pay a lot for this. So if you are a Voltron collector, I recommend these, especially if they're not at a high price. You know, he looks good on the shelf, but he is no replacement for that. So let me move these out of the way, because obviously this is what we're here for. Okay, we are here for original, the OG, which is not exactly the OG because it came from a Japanese line from 1981. That technically would be the OG. Go Lion. So, yeah, this is a beautiful set, and actually, this is not the original from. This is the one that Coasterbrony sent us. Oh wait, no, this is the one that we had. Well, this one has a red head. Like this one is complete. Oh, okay. So we took the head from this one, the red lion from this one, and then we added it to this one. So, Coasterbrony sent us an original Japanese Go Lion. Holy crap! I got confused. I confuse easy. I am sorry. Coasterbrony, you sent us an original Japanese Go Lion. A toast! A big toast! Dude! that's uncalled for and amazingly awesome. So yes, this one that we have here is one that we have gotten through. We actually got parts of it from the last Toy Palooza, and then didn't we end up getting the rest off of eBay? But unfortunately, we were missing the red lion head, and so Coasterbrony sent us this. This is, here, let me move these guys out of the way. This is an original Japanese Go Lion, which is the toy that Tonka imported and turned into, or not Tonka, Matchbox imported, and I'm trying to get him into focus here, and turned into Voltron. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good. So this is Go Lion. He's got a Metroplex fist because his head, and I should have noticed that the color on the head doesn't really match, but I didn't even think of it. So while his fist is on our reissue, I have this Metroplex fist, which I put a screw in so that it would insert into there. At some point, I'm going to either get or make a new lion head to put on here, and then Go Lion can have his fist back. But this is an amazing toy, and this I think more than anything else is the reason why Voltron is cool. Let me go ahead to the main camera here. So, oh yes. So Coasterbrony was just saying that the black lion had both its ears when he sent it. Did it break in shipping? No, it did not. I actually, in order to have one complete, then I stole the ear from that one and I put it on this one that was missing the ear, and at some point I'm going to get a replacement ear for this one, and then I'm going to give this ear back to to Go Lions, because I mean it's a Go Lion, and to be honest, if I had realized that it was an original Go Lion, I would not have taken his ear, because it's a Go Lion. I mean, I didn't realize that I was messing with history. I apologize. But nonetheless, yes, and you'll notice that the ear mold is a little bit different for the Go Lion than it is for the reissue. That it's not quite a reissue. This is, let's see, this one is the Trendmasters that was created in 1997. So we collected the Trendmasters ones. Honestly, we didn't even know the difference until after we were researching for this live stream. Also, in the Trendmasters version, there are these fins that were added to the red and green lions. I don't know why. They don't really add anything to the lion modes, and they don't really add anything to Voltron's mode. I mean, you know, and we're gonna assemble them, and we're going to and we can show the difference. But let's go ahead and show this. So here's the original Voltron. So you end up with a little fin here and a little fin there. I don't see how that makes it better, because this is freaking awesome. This is amazing. Let me just pull him back here. So this is the Go Lion version. In fact, wait here. Let me get this off of here, because we need to. There we go. So Go Lion a complete Go lion. This is just a thing of beauty. It is heavy. It's got arm joints that kind of ratchet. It's got mouths that open and heads that shoot off. Although I personally, I'm not a big fan of the heads shooting off, because that's why my version doesn't have one of its heads. So apparently, Coasterbrony paid $100 for this in 1996. So I think that you got an amazing deal. And I would say that we've probably put about that much in collecting hours, through all the pieces. So one thing that I had to do with let's see, I believe it was this one. Yeah. No, or was it this one? It was this one? Okay, so I don't know if, Coasterbrony, you can tell us if you ever had difficulty getting the arms out of the sockets. So, oh, yes, he did? Okay, so, what I discovered is that there's a spring clip inside there that has a couple little wire spring things that go on either side of this groove, just like that. And what was happening is they are supposed to slip out. You put a little bit of force, you lift the arm a little bit, and then these little rectangular corners kind of push against the body and pull the whole thing out. But they were not letting go. And so what I did, and you might be able to see this if the camera focuses. Please, camera focus. Please, camera focus. Any day now. There we go. Okay, so what I did was with a file, I just softened the edge just a little bit on the inside of that groove, so that when you're pulling, it'll cause those spring clips to want to spread out a little bit rather than just pulling against them. And I did that on both both lions for the arms, and now they come out just fine. They don't fall out, they still click into place, but yeah, that was just a little repair. I also added just a little bit of Burt's Bees lip balm as a lubricant, because it's wax, and so I just added a little bit of lubricant into this groove so that they would want to slip just a little bit more. So that was another little bit of surgery that I did. Other than that, this is in amazing shape. It is a beautiful, beautiful toy. And like I said, now I actually feel bad about taking the ear off, because I didn't know. I know Monica told me, but I got confused. For some reason I got them mixed up. So nonetheless, we will get the right ears, and we will put the ears back on here, because it is not my intention to vandalize beautiful toys that were graciously given. So anyway, this is what Voltron means to most people. This is when you say Voltron, this is what people think about. And granted, he's not superposable. He does have he can move his legs forward, and I think there's a little bit of knee joint there. Is there? No, there's no knee joint there. But he can at least lift his legs. He can lift his arms. He's got elbows, and his proportions are just so dynamic. This is what I wanted when I was a kid. This is what I would see. I never saw the actual assembled robot in person. I saw pictures, and I had friends that would have 2 of the lions. And the lions themselves were so cool. So let's go ahead and let's look at some of the pieces. So, I would see some of these lions, and we'll go to the side cam so that we can see these things properly. And let me get it in focus. So I would see things like this. And this is such a cool toy. It looks great. It is shiny. It is heavy. It's got these, I presume that there may have been weapons that snap in here at some point, but we did not get them because we got them from eBay. And, you've got the mouths that open. You've got the very well-articulated legs, which, granted, they don't spread out from the body, but you've got 3 points of articulation on each leg, and that's really cool. It makes playing with these things a lot of fun. You look at this. This is a cool lion. His body is a little bit small for the size of the head, but it doesn't matter because it looks great. We've got this lion, which I feel like he's missing something. See, I'm showing the one with the fist. It's funny because he's got a Metroplex fist for a head. But we've got this one. Yellow lion looks great. He's got these weapon things. So those spread out, and then I presume that they were supposed to do something, but I don't have the pieces that make them do something. Of course, he's got a spring-loaded jaw. Again, lots of articulation in the legs. Just imagine having these when you were a kid. I mean, this is what makes you the coolest kid in school. And of course, we have the black lion, the legendary black lion. And look what they did here. They made it so that the head is on a separate piece, so he can still open his jaw, and you don't get Voltron face. And that's important because you don't want to see Voltron's face when you're trying to have the black lion do a dramatic roar. So there we go. And he is so cool. He is big, he is beefy, but he looks awesome. So, yeah. So the original Bandai version that Coasterbrony gave us was made in Japan. The Matchbox and the later versions were outsourced and made in Vietnam and Malaysia with lead paint. And that is, so that actually caused a recall. And here, let me go to the internet view because we do have, let's see. Oh, there it is. So, there is the recall for having lead paint on the lions. So yeah, the lesson to be learned is don't lick your Bandai Voltron. Just the Matchbox. Don't lick your Matchbox Voltron. You can lick your Go Lion version, but don't lick the Matchbox version. The more you know. Do 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 do. So that could be like a G.I. Joe PSA. So Ty Guy says that the lead paste makes them taste better. It does, doesn't it? It's kind of sweet. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you say so, Ty Guy. I'm leg. Yeah. So let's go ahead. I think that we need to form Voltron. That's what we need to do right now. So we're going to go through a little bit of a transformation sequence. We're going to start with Black Lion here. And I'm going to open up the wings. I'm going to rotate the legs. I'm going to open up these panels on the back of the leg and tuck the leg into there just like that. And then I'm going to rotate that around, and there we go. And there we go. And then we straighten that out. And of course you could do the face, but you wait till the end. You always wait till the end for the face. That's like a rule for Voltron. And we'll set that aside. We will take the lions and we will put them into a leg shape. Oh, I said it. Let me finish doing this, and then we'll drink. So that is one thing. And then we're going to rotate this one, and actually probably better like that. And like that. And of course you're folding the tails down out of the way. So we have those. And then I love the way that the arms, and see, this is something. So I'm just going to comment a little bit here. With Voltron Legendary Defender, they had this more involved transformation sequence where you open up the body and you fold up the legs and you cram them inside so that the legs aren't even shown. And I realize this makes it seem like I'm an old fogey, but I like this. I like the simplicity and the elegance of having the legs just tuck into themselves like this. And I like that they're visible. This is Voltron. This is a lion Voltron that uses the lion heads as the hands. I don't want to hide the legs. I want to tuck them in, but I like that they're visible, and I like the geometric symmetry of how these parts interact and become just a solid looking arm. I don't want to hide the legs inside the lion, and I actually don't need a Voltron that is more complicated to transform and to assemble. Voltron, one of the things that makes Voltron as cool as Voltron is that everything works, everything flows. You don't have to fight real hard, and I'm a person who can appreciate a complicated transformer, but Voltron doesn't need to be that. You don't look at Voltron and wonder, oh my gosh, how did they do that? You look at Voltron and it's like, of course that's how. It's obvious, but it's also beautiful. It's a beautiful design, well executed, that doesn't need to be improved with complexity. Complexity just doesn't make it better. And I think that that's one of the things. Now, articulation, yes, give me articulation. But you're not. There is. Changing this doesn't make it any better. This is already perfect. And honestly, the fin doesn't make it better either. So let me just go ahead and transform our red lion. So Christopher Remley says, did we happen to mention the fact that the original Go Lion show was extraordinarily inappropriate for children and had to be massively edited for import? You know what? We have not talked about that. To be honest, I'm not all that familiar with the original Go Lion show. I only barely remember the Voltron show, and to be honest, I feel like it's one of those things that if I were to go back and rewatch it now, it would probably not hold up to my nostalgia-fueled memories of the awesomeness of cutting Robeast in half and them exploding in giant fireballs. I think that that my adult sensibilities would have a hard time with watching the original show. So, but nonetheless, yeah, it is very interesting. Monica right now is bringing up pictures from the original Go Lion, and it's like cleaved bodies with swords and appendages and blood gushing out, and drinking and yeah, that looks. Wow. Okay, so yeah, if you want, maybe sometime we have to look up the original Go Lion series and give it a watch, because actually this looks great. I mean, is it possible that in the process of Americanizing it, they took something awesome and made it kind of bad? I could see that. Yeah, so maybe we have to give Go Lion a watch and just see how different it is, and because I mean the pictures that I just saw were gnarly and horrible and kind of amazing. So anyway, so we've got. I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to try and anticipate the focal point for this. There we go. So we're going to form feet and legs, and form arms and body, and I'll form. Oh wait, here, I've got it up inside there. Wait, here. And I'll form the head. Let's go, Voltron Force. There he is. And that is pretty awesome. Yeah. Oh, I just lost a leg. Unfortunately, it did not land on my cat because, like, this is like a pound of metal. Okay, this will kill your pets. So don't drop this on your cat, cause that's a vet visit waiting to happen. So that just clicks onto there, and there you go. That is the 1997 reissue of the Go Lion version, with some changes made, like in the case of the ears and these unnecessary fins. I don't like the fins. I don't think that they add anything. I don't think that they needed to be there. And oh yes. Okay, wait here. Yeah, I added those ears, so I better spread the ears. So there we go. We've got the ears. This, I am so happy to have this. I am amazingly happy that we have this. You know what threw me off is that we moved the red head, and I thought that the one with the red head was the one that Coasterbrony sent us. I feel bad about that. I know I've already apologized, but I really feel bad about that. So yeah, this, just an amazing, amazing toy. Oh my gosh! I have said leg so many times now. So, wait a minute here. This is number 3. We've got our black lion here. Form, feet, and you know the thing. Oh, we got layers happening. Form, arms, and body. And I'll form... Oh, yeah. And I'll form... the head. So, there we go. Oh. That's good. That is good. Okay. This probably has lead paint on it. It just... Oh, well. Lead paint isn't that bad for adults, right? I mean, my brain's already developed. How much can it hurt it at this point? It can't hurt it more than the booze that I'm drinking already. Right? So, anyway. So it's kind of funny. We ended up with another blue lion through, this was from Coasterbrony as well. So thank you again, Coasterbrony. And there's a little bit of, I feel like there's some karma here. Because in our endeavors to collect the pieces of Voltron, we ended up with 2 blue lions. And then we attempted to sell one on eBay. And the guy, and we posted lots of detailed pictures, and we were only charging, what, like $10 for it? Oh, we were charging 15. A guy messages Monica and says, hey, would you take 10 for it? And she's like, sure, we'll take 10. And then he gets it, and he emails her, and he was real shitty about it. I'm just going to call it out. The guy was real shitty about it. It's like, you said that this toy was in good condition, but I can see paint chips, and this is obviously not good condition. And so we ended up having to give him his money back, and he got to keep the lion. And so I'm actually very happy to have our blue lion back. I feel like maybe that guy lost his blue lion after he was carrying it home from the post office, and he tripped in it, and it went into a storm grate, and then he got eaten by the clown from It. So No, I mean, I don't want that to happen to the guy, but, that was just kind of crappy. But we got another lion, so thank you again, Coasterbrony. Let's go ahead. I know it seems like we're at the end of our Voltron-ness, but we are not. There are other versions of Voltron, and let's just go ahead and bring this out. Because, of course, there was that recall, which, that sucks. Now you have to recall the awesome Voltrons that weigh 1 million pounds and can be used to bludgeon a person on eBay to death if you chose. Not that I'm saying that I would. And so then another company was contacted. It was Poppy? Wait here. Poppy. Bandai Poppy. No. Panache Place. Okay, yes. Panache Place. So, I'm sorry. I've had a lot of Voltrons to drink tonight. It's not my fault. So they hire Panache Place to create a new lion version of Voltron. And so in comes no more dangerous lead-painted Voltron. we now have all plastic Voltron. And, here, we got more plastic Voltron. And some more plastic Voltron. They are bigger. And they are plasticer. And there's no lead paint on them. So let me just try and arrange things here, because this is getting a little bit problematic. So let's just move our two awesome Voltron toys, and let's arrange these so that the camera can see them. Oh, he lost his little thing. So there we go. Boy, they don't want to stand up. There. Okay, so let's aim these down. So we have a bunch of plastic lions here. This is the Panache Place green lion. You know, just hold yourself up for the love of Pete. So this is Panache Place's Voltron, and I'm just gonna say it. Okay, here's a disclaimer. All right, I'm just gonna do a disclaimer here. This was Monica's. Did you get this when you were a kid? And you collected it piece by piece. And so, this is a beloved toy of Monica. Let's try not to hold that against her, because it was and Entertainer 13 is here. Oh, okay. So and you know what, Entertainer 13, we were just talking about Legendary Defender that was from 2017. 2016 and over to 17. So yeah, we were just showing that one. Not a bad toy. Doesn't quite scratch my Voltron itch, but still a very nice toy. So, and yeah, Coasterbrony, you're absolutely right. If these are the only, if this is the only version of Voltron that you can get, then this is your version of Voltron. But the design on these, okay, the best thing about them is that they have cockpits and you can put guys inside. So we've got Admiral Thrawn. Is that Admiral Thrawn there? And we've got E.T. As a pilot to the Red Lion. And we've got Jason Voorhees as the pilot to the Yellow Lion. And we've got Claptrap as the pilot of the Green Lion. And let's see, does his chest open up? Let's see and we've got what's her name? Magica, the duck, as the pilot to the Black Lion, and that seems appropriate. So they do have their pilot cockpits, and that's really cool. Now this is where I'm gonna call some bullshit, and I guess the good news is that I don't even know if does Panache Place still exist? I didn't think so. So you don't have to move away from your cameras, because I can't talk to Panache Place. But if I could, I would say you sold the lions and you sold the figures separately. Really. You made it so that you had the pilots, but you had to buy them separately. Panache Place, screw you. That is total bullshit. Okay? If you're going to create the lions And you're going to have them, and they are going to end up looking like this because you've got cockpits in there for your figures. Then the very least that you could do is include the pilots with your cheap-ass lions. All right, so that's... but you know what? You don't exist anymore, so I guess I can't tell you that. You know what? You know it's bad when they don't even have a wiki article. There's no wiki article for Panache Place. Why don't we create a wiki article for Panache Place, and it'll just say, Panache Place sucks. Here, Panache Place. This was a company that sucked. They made a really disappointing version of Voltron, and then they gouged people for the pilots. So, yeah. Screw you, Panache Place. Rest in pieces. So, anyway, we have our Panache Place lions, and I'm sorry, but we're kind of going into the toilet on these. What the hell? I understand they wanted to make it so that the legs would kind of link up in Voltron mode, but not like this. This is crap. Look, he kind of looks like he's in a permanent prancing mode. Like, oh, look, I'm running through daisies. That is not a fierce-looking lion pose. And since when do lions run around on their tiptoes? That doesn't look cool. And they're light, and these the cockpits are jiggly, and yeah, it's bad. It's just bad. And then we go to the arms, and they're also extra dancy. Look, they're very dancy. They're tiptoey, and yeah, it's just this is not a good look for Voltron. This is not a good look for lions. We got the black lion, and I will say that the black lion actually looks pretty cool. He's got a bad case of face and mouth disease. So let's just kind of let's not open the mouth any further than that, and we'll be fine. And we'll just move that guy. He doesn't stand. The legs are, the joints aren't very strong, and so when we try to get them to support their own weight, they have trouble. So yeah, there we go. There. Okay, he's sort of leaning. But Black Lion, he looks pretty decent. This is a lame ass sticker here. The shoulder stickers are just super lame. The transform sequence is, if I remember correctly, this there was a little bit of like you have to do stuff a little bit to interlock the arms and legs. So we're gonna do this, and I'm just gonna go ahead and expose the head because it doesn't get better by not. So these are like official knockoff toys. Yes, Kyoji. So Kyoji was just saying that these are like official knockoff toys. Except that, notice that nobody has knocked off these molds. Like, when we got Vehicle Voltron, okay, we had Vehicle Voltron, which lots of people are kind of hateful against Vehicle Voltron, yet somebody thought it was cool enough to make this and sell a ton of these. There's nobody that has knocked off this mold. I'm sorry, sweetie. I am sorry. It's okay. This was your Voltron. So let's go ahead and form feet and something. You know what? We're forming feet and legs. And okay, I'm going to see if I can figure out how to convert this. You got that? Okay. Well, yeah, and there. It's a leg. Oh. So we've got that one. We'll do the blue thing. There we go. We got another leg. That's a good job on the music. Very, very nicely done. Take out his little mouth. I do like the mouth weapons. Okay, I will say that. These things have great little mouth weapons. So, you know, kudos. That they get a kudos for that. Those came with the original metal one? Oh. Okay, you know what? Panache Place, you don't even get the mouth weapons. Screw you, Panache Place. So, oh, okay. So the same weapons were included with the Panache Place version, but they were black instead of shiny. Because I mean, honestly, why would they make the weapons look shiny and cool? They had the opportunity to make the weapons look shiny and cool, and then they decided, nope, we're not doing that. So we got a lion with its legs folded up, and then we've got another lion, and we'll do this, and wait, gotta get this right. Maybe. There. Okay, so we go like that, and then we go like that, and we go like that. Okay, so form feet, and wait, here we have to kind of open the leg a little bit. So let's yeah, I'll get it. Oh, you're gonna... Oh, okay. So, yeah. Apparently on this one, if you put the lion's legs in... Oh, I said it again. If you put the lion's legs in without having a lion attached, then you kind of need a screwdriver to get them out. So, there we go. And now we will form... Oh, I put it in the wrong one. Wait, here. I mean, as if it matters, but we're gonna try and... So it kind of... I kind of like that. I kind of like how it clicks onto the foot, but nonetheless, let's try and get this right. We're forming Voltron here, people. So, yeah, we'll do that. And that locks that in. I do like that it locks in. That's nice. And then we'll attach this. And then we'll attach... Do I have to do anything special, or is that it? Yeah. Okay. And... Oh, there we go. Wow! Well, that's the Legendary Defender theme. And see, the mobility of the arm comes from just rotating the black lion. So, oh no, does this actually spin?
The other way.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you have these down. You have this down, And then you put this in like that, and then... Well, the stickers are here. The stickers are here. I mean, that's supposed to be his chest. This is not a very good toy. So let's go ahead and put that in there, and then you close that, and look, it's Voltron-ish. There we go. We've got. Oh wait, there we go. Put the wings out now. You know what? If I was very young. I will say that if I was very young, and this was the Voltron toy that I had, I would probably love it. Yeah, I probably would. And the ability to put pilots in the cockpits, that would be cool. Having to buy the pilots separate, that is horseshit. I mean, that is just complete horseshit. But Ty Guy says, drink till it looks good. Ty Guy, I don't think I have that much booze. Oh, so that is Panache Place. It is quite panache. It's definitely out of place. But that is and so now one thing that Panache Place did give us. Hold on, we're not done quite yet. So one of the things that Panache Place did give us is they gave us Robies in coffins. Look at that. Yeah, and they have these wing things that come out, and the coffins actually light up, sort of. It's an incandescent bulb, and it doesn't get very bright. At some point, I want to replace it with an LED. But where was the switch for the side? Oh, yeah. Okay, so wait here. We're gonna. Can you even tell that that's doing anything? You cannot. Wait here. Let me do this. Yeah, I cannot see any difference between it being on. Okay, so wait here. I'm gonna wait. Let's do that. Look there. The light turns on. That's fresh batteries, people. We just replaced the batteries. That's all the brighter it gets. So. Oh, and the camera can't see me. There we go. Yeah, that's with fresh batteries. So, yeah, I'm gonna replace that with a super bright LED so that we can get the intended glory out of that, because we're not quite getting it. And so you get the coffin, and you get a row beast in the coffin, and it zooms in. And this is your Voltron, and oh, wait, this is... So, there were two coffins. There was a red one and a black one, if I remember correctly. And the Robies and the coffins were sold separately? Are you freaking kidding me? Oh, screw you, Panache. You know what? Okay, everybody... Move away from your screens for just it won't take long. All right, Panache Place, rise from your grave. We need to have a talk. The pilots being sold separately? Really? Really? You guys are a bunch of motherfucking son of... Oh, I'm not. I'm trying to keep this at least PG-13. But your Robeast and your coffin are sold separately? Screw you! I'm glad that you went out of business. I'm gonna find the ashes of your old factory and I'm gonna pee on them. Oh my gosh. Okay, everybody can come back. Everybody can come back.
We now return to the Transformers.
So, this is your Voltron, and you know, it is big. I mean, you know, that's one thing that it has going for it. It's big. It towers over your other toys. And this is the Robeast that's supposed to fight. Really? I mean, really? This? Here, wait, excuse me, Admiral Thrawn. The Robeast almost, not quite, but almost fits in as a pilot. I wonder if it would fit in the... Probably not. But... Admiral Thrawn, you deserve better than to be in here. So... I don't understand. Oh, we have the... And this is one of the other Robeasts from Panache Place. So, you have this... Okay, my balloon Robeasts were better than this. And they were made of cardboard. And balloons. So, what? Each... Okay, so apparently... Boy. So apparently, if you bought the wrong coffin for the Robeast that you owned, or you know that they aren't interchangeable. So like this Robeast. Okay, so I got him in there. He sort of fits. He doesn't exactly fit, but you can close the lid. And then we got this guy, and he fits. So yeah, if you got the black one, then and you had the red Robeast, then chances are you wouldn't be able to close the lid on your coffin. Panache Place, you suck. And honestly, what parent or grandparent is going to know? They're not going to know. There's no way. You know, that's... Oh my gosh. That company deserved to die. In fact, the people in charge of that company, I hope that they accidentally fell into poison ivy. Like huge, like I hope that they went out in the morning to get their newspaper and they were still in their bathrobe, and their bathrobe got caught in the door, and then they fell naked into a patch of poison ivy, and it took rescue workers a day to find them. That's what I hope happened to the people in charge of Panache Place, because those people suck. Oh my gosh. All right, well, so enough about Panache Place. I think we've beaten that horse to death. And if we didn't, somebody should beat it to death, because anyway. So we'll set that aside, and we'll go back to the original, the great. Honestly, let's just face facts. If we went back and we all rewatched the Voltron TV show that we had as an American audience, it's probably not really that good. Yeah, but there were elements of awesomeness that we can hold on to. And you look at toys like this, and you see that awesomeness realized in physical form. And this is a case where the toy doesn't disappoint. You know, when when I got some of my Gen 1 Transformers, and especially some of the latter versions, there were always things, you get the Gen 1 Devastator, and it's tiny, and it's plastic, and it takes lots and lots of extra pieces just to be able to go together. But you look at something like this, and this is a fulfillment to a promise. The promise is excellence. The promise is awesomeness. The promise is the defender of the freaking universe, which I've never quite understood how one robot would be able to cover the entire universe. And I understand that there were 3 robots that were, but the universe is really big. And I even had a problem with that during Legendary Defender, where they tried to flesh it out a little bit more, and even that, the scale just doesn't work. I mean, but I digress. The promise is defender of the universe, and this toy absolutely represents it. This is everything that I hoped that it would have been when I was a kid, kind of wishing that maybe, I mean, I don't regret getting my vehicle Voltron. I love my vehicle Voltron. But there was always that niggling, should I have told my mom the Lion version? And you know what? My vehicle Voltron was just another thing that showed that my wife was the perfect woman for me. And I wouldn't give that up for anything. And now I've got this amazing toy. Thank you again, Coasterbrony. And it is everything that I would have hoped that it was when I was a kid. So, I think that that's it. If you ever have the opportunity to get this toy, get this toy. And if you're looking for an appropriate Robeast to fight, why not choose Cthulhu? Because I feel like Cthulhu versus Voltron, that's a fight that I want to see. I don't know if any of you are really, really good at animation, but if you are, I want to see this happen. So, oh yeah, and Entertainer 13 was just saying Vehicle Voltron, forgot about that one. Well, wait a minute here. You arrived a little bit late. Let me just bring that up, because I have my original Vehicle Voltron, and Vehicle Voltron is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I do think that the Lion Voltron is more awesome, but that doesn't, that's only, that's like comparing, I don't know, I've had a lot to drink tonight, so I can't think of, that's like comparing my Saturn to my Dodge Charger. Okay, I loved my Saturn, but now I've got a Dodge Charger. The Dodge Charger is just inherently awesome, and the Saturn was great and beloved, and she was a trooper, and she served me well for years and years and years and years. But she's not a Dodge Charger, and she never will be. Vehicle Voltron will never be Lion Voltron, and that's okay, because Vehicle Voltron is the best Vehicle Voltron that he can be. And Osaka Jack is disappointed in the lack of blazing swords. We do have a blazing sword. Which blazing sword was this for? Any of the Matchbox or so we do have. Wait a minute here. So let's go ahead and give Go Lion a blazing sword. There you go. We have... Oh no! We can't actually make him, like, slice in half, but, you know, we'll work on that with the balloon thing. I will come up with balloon designs, I promise. So, there we go. Go Lion Voltron and the many, many things that he inspired. Oh, yeah, we can do that too. Wait, here, let's do this. So we've got some effects pieces, some blast explosions here. I can maybe get that to go in there. Maybe. Will that do that? No, it won't. Okay. I'm trying to do a thing here, and it's hard. So I know this is just kind of dead air. You can't see what I'm doing, and that's on purpose because it's going to be amazing. Well, okay, it probably won't be amazing. Oh, this is not going well. So here we go. Okay. You know, I'm just going to support it. I don't know how you got it to work, but... So, yeah, we have the blast explosion pieces. I can't do it. I can't make it work. You're just going to have to imagine it. So, yeah. That is a whole lot of Voltron. And, I have to say, I am not disappointed. This is a case where the original is still the best. The original is still the best. And at some point, I wouldn't mind getting one of those really expensive versions that's metal and articulated, but gosh, that's a lot of money. So, until then, I am going to love my Go Lion Voltron and take good care of it. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, so Coasterbrony was just talking about the Trendmasters version being good, not great. Still goes for a ton on eBay, and it is. You know, it is. Oh, get off of me, Panache Place Voltron. Okay, and yeah, the Trendmasters version is fantastic, and it's fantastic because it's almost exactly like the Go Lion version. I don't know what these are for. I don't. But I'm sure they had their reasons. Nonetheless, really, really cool. I treasure them both, and I am so glad to have them. And what I'm also glad about is I'm glad to have all of you showing up on a Friday night live stream to talk about Voltron. You guys are the best. So, a toast to Simon Lion, to Coasterbrony, to Entertainer 13, to Osaka Jack, to Mazenfur, to Al Stinson. I know that there's more, but for Christopher, a toast to Christopher. Colleen, obviously Colleen. Joy, thank you all. Thank you so much for showing up. We couldn't do these things without you. Osaka Jack, I think I got, so yeah. So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. This has been a lot of fun. I've been looking forward to this one. And once again, thank you to Coasterbrony for a Go Lion version of Voltron. That's just amazing. You're a prince among men. So, have a good night, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Please thumbs up this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Tell other people to subscribe. Kidnap them and try to force them to subscribe. No, don't do anything like that. But we, of course, appreciate all the help that we can get. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful weekend.